Hi thrillers, so welcome back to my channel. If you're watching my video for the first time, you're very much welcome. So grab your seat and stay with us. Let's make this 720-degree flay. Here I have almost 1 yard of the fabric. It's measuring 32 inches and it is by 60 this way. So let's go ahead and analyze what I want to cut here. So I'll do it on a paper here first. I want to cut 2 full circles like this. And you know that full circle is 360, right? So for 2, that is times 2, is 720. That means I will have 720 degree. The waist circumference of my client is 29.25 inches, but I will bring it down to just 28 inches because there will be space at the back to tie the belt. And because I said I want to have 2 circles, I'll divide this 28 inches for the 2 circles, so each circle should be 14 inches each. So let's now work with 14 inches. Then this 14 inches, if I cut it open this way, I need half an inch here, half an inch here to turn it because this is going to be a raw edge. So that means plus 1 inch. So half an inch plus half an inch, 1 inch. This circle again, this circumference, I want to pleat some parts. That means I want to add 10 inches for each one, extra 10 inches. So in total for the 2 circles it's going to be 20 inches, but for 1 circle I'm adding 10 inches. If you don't want to do this, you can just let it be. But yeah, I want to add an excess of 10 inches, making it a total of 25 inches. All right. Then to determine the radius of a full circle, that is 360 degrees. It is circumference divided by 6.28, but for half circle, it is circumference divided by 3.142. In this case, the circumference I'm working with is the waist. So I'm going to divide this 25 inches by 6.28. And what I have is 3.98, approximately 4 inches. Then after this, I want the length of the flay to be 9 inches. Plus this 4 inches, because we're going to cut this off 4 inches. What do I have? 13 inches. So let's go ahead and fold. Here I'm going to fold for the 2 circles immediately. If you want, you can just fold for one and then you place it on the other, but let me just fold it. So this is on fold for the 2 circles. Now let me fold it just the way we fold for a full circle. So for a full circle, you fold like this and then you fold again. So this is your tip. You start taking your measurement from here. Then I will measure down the 4 inches radius. 4 inches, that's how you keep taking it all around. I'll mark it out now. So I've drawn this out, and I said I want the length of the flounce to be 9 inches, right? First of all, we are supposed to cut this off to now create the waist round. This is where the waist round will fall. So the length of the flounce, I said I want 9 inches, and here is 9 inches. So I can just keep marking it like this. You're going towards this way, you're marking 9 inches. You're going this way, you're marking 9 inches. Or you can still start again from this tip. I said the total length is 13 inches. I'm going to start from here, and I'm marking 13 inches, still taking it round, 13 inches. So that's how you're going to mark all around. Then I'll go ahead and draw it out because I've marked it actually. So I'll go ahead and add my allowance, my half an inch allowance at the hem, half an inch. And also here, half an inch. This is all for 2 circles, and I will go ahead and cut. So you see why we needed the 4 inches and the 9 inches, because we are cutting this out to create opening for the waist here. So that's the essence of radius. Then I'll go ahead and cut here too. Okay, I'm done cutting it, and I'll go ahead and cut the same thing on the lining. First of all, I will notch these places. Whether I'm going to use it or not, I just love notching. So I've cut it on the lining, as you can see. Then I also folded this is the hardest paper stay, and I'm going to cut out. The essence of this paper stay is to give you structure. You can as well use your crinoline, but I want to use my paper stay. You can even use both. So you can see the two full circles. I'll go ahead, I notched this. So I'll follow that line, the notch, and I'll slash it open. I'll slash those two. Remember what I said, I have half inch here now. I have half inch here now to join. So what I'm going to do is, I'll have to join it on one side, join it here. I'll do the same thing for this one, right side to right side. I'll join it here with half of an inch. On the lining, I'm going to iron in that half paper stay. It will be two, so I'll iron it to the lining. I just want to reduce this downside by half of an inch, that allowance there. Here again, I have a long strip of fabric. As you can see, it's on folds and it is measuring 45 inches. So how to estimate this is, while unfolding, you remember the waist circumference is 28 inches and it's unfold, so I need half of it, which is 14 inches, and 14 inches is here. So the belt I have now is 30 inches. Then the length is 4 inches. Why? I want the waistband to be 1.5 inches and fold. So I folded it. I want it to be 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches is here. Then half inch is to join it to the flay itself. Okay. So I'll go ahead and iron in my soft paper stay. This one right here, I'm going to the shiny part. I'll place it on the wrong side and iron all the way around. Alright, so I'm done with everything I said I was going to do. I've ironed the hard paper stay to the lining, done the joining, as you can see. I've also ironed the band. So it's now to join this to the lining. So we're going to place it very well, right side to the right side of the lining. So while I'm placing mine, remember the notch that we gave, that notch that we gave at strategic point. I'm going to follow it, although it may not match up exactly because of maybe some alterations. So but I'm going to follow it, match it up, and then pin. Okay, so I'm done arranging it and pinning it right side to right side. So the next thing is to take it to my sewing machine and sew it this way, at the hem, all the way all around. Just keep going. Then there's something I want to do to this. This is totally optional, okay? I want to just make this place a little bit curvy. So I'm also done sewing it, as you can see. And I went ahead to reduce this. I trimmed it down, to cut out some excesses. So I'll have to turn it to the right side. So you take your time and turn it inside out. I'm done with that, so you can see it. You can go ahead and iron this, but first I'll finish what I'm doing before I'll iron. The next thing is to attach the band. Now you remember that the waist circumference is 28 inches, right? But I added 20 inches excess. Then what I will do is to pleat the waist. So I'll pleat and I will hold with my pin. I'll pleat this side. So you have to make sure that it's even. Like, am I balling in the way, but this side is equal to this side. Then I'll go again and pleat the excess. Just take it in. So I have the split here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'll go ahead and measure again. If it is still more than 28 inches, I will still increase the pleats, increase the volume. So that's what you're going to do. You work with your own circumference, please. So I'm done pleating it. You can see what has formed already. Okay, so the next thing, I also went ahead to sew it down, Then the next thing is to attach our band. You can also see I've ironed the soft paper stay, as I said. So I'm going to find the middle of this band, notch it there, place this side first, the one without the soft pepper, center to center notch to the center here. I'll pin it, take it round, and that's how I'll sew it. Sew to this point, do the same thing for the other side and sew. I'm done sewing it. So the next thing is to fold it up this way and sew here. But you remember we have a belt extended to this point. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this side, I'm just going to fold it up like this so that we can sew our belt. Okay, then I'm going to leave a space here. After this part, I'm going to leave an opening here so that I'll use it and turn the belt. Then I'll start sewing. Start sewing from here. I'm taking it down. I'm sewing up to this part. Lock, close it up, and then when I'm done, let me show you this side. I've already done it for this side, as you can see. So I'll use my scissors and turn it. Your scissors or whatever you have, I've changed. I'm using this one. So I'll bring it out from here. Okay, so you can see our belts. What you will just do is to iron it out, and after that, this is what we'll have. Okay, so now is to cover up this back side. Remember our notch, this is my center. I'll fold that half of an inch, use it and cover notch to notch, use it and cover the back side. Make sure it's covering the previous seam, the thread we have here. Cover this part. So I'll keep covering. So assuming I'm done pinning this thing now, what I'll do is to turn it to the right side. What I want to do here is stitch in the ditch, whereby on the front side of stitch, the thread will not be showing here. Assuming from here, so I'm sewing inside this seam. Inside the seam I have here, it will hide the thread, making sure that it is capturing the one behind while folded also. So I'll keep sewing it. See this part I folded, making sure that it's capturing it just inside this place, and that's how I'm going to sew. All right, so this is it after sewing. Okay, this is the front side. You see, you don't get to see the stitch here because I opened it up and made sure that but you can see the stitch inside. You can't see any thread line here, but from behind you can see the thread, right? So with this, we've come to the end of this tutorial, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Then you now go ahead and iron it out very well. So thank you, and see you in my next good one. Bye.